Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome. This is TeamAlliance. My name is Mark Fuller. Have another educational video for you guys today, this morning. How often should you trade with binary options on NADEX? How often should you trade with 5-minute binary options on NADEX? I'll take it there even more so, since the 5-minute binaries are the ones that we trade in particular. The reason that's a good question, and I do get that question pretty frequently, how often should I be taking trades? And the answer to that is the market will determine how often you can put yourself in a position to take profitable trades, because it's up to the market ultimately to determine whether or not you will profit when you take a trade. People often forget that more trading means also that there is more potential to lose a trade. So the first thing that you need to work on is your ability, your skill, your actual ability to fundamentally understand what the behavior in the market is, and then use that information and apply it specifically to binaries in order to make a profit. That's the order that these things should take place in. One, you need skill, and you need to be able to see the market, to read the market, to understand the market, and then use that information specifically to make a decision with the binaries that will lead to a profitable trade. And although I'm making it seem like that's all you need to do, although it is all you need to do, it doesn't mean that it's easy to do. This is when we get into the actual ability for you to do that. Now, just take yourself, just as an example. Let's say that you're someone that is new to all of this. You might have been watching my videos for a while and keeping track of, the content and the things that I'm talking about. And I believe that it has been very helpful for so many of you. And in spite of it being helpful for you, you still ultimately have to learn the skill. You have to learn everything that you hear me talk about, interpreting the market, applying that information to the binaries every day, knowing when to stay out of the market, allowing the market to dictate whether or not you can take a trade, using a set of parameters and rules that will either validate or disqualify trades. That's a lot of information that I just ran through. Question is, how are you going to get to that information? Of course, the answer to that is through training. But understand that it's not just about you getting into training either. You have to actually commit your time, commit yourself to learning to the degree that you'll understand what it is that you actually need to do. So that when you ask that question, how often, can I trade with the 5-minute binaries on NADEX? How often should I be trading? The answer to that is however often the market allows you to trade. And even then, you should limit your trades. In my opinion, you should not develop the habit of over trading, taking a lot of trades because you think that the environment in the market is right for what it is that you want to do. In spite of the environment being what you might have been waiting for and looking for, it would still behoove you to cultivate your discipline more so than your desire to take more trade or take an abundance of trades because of the environment in the market that may allow you to do so at that time. So what am I saying by ultimately saying that? Let's say that every day you get an environment in the market at some point during the day where you can take trades. How often should you take trades then? I think that that's probably a more valid question. Let's say that the environment in the market has been presented to you every single day, right? How many times should you trade during that environment? That's more so the question. The answer to that, in my opinion, is you should not trade more than one time. Not more than once. You guys now are starting to connect the dots. Now, when I have a response like that to that question, now you're putting the pieces together in your head. Oh, that's why he does the 1 a day challenge. You're starting to see where I'm going with this. So something important, I'm not going to talk about it specifically in this video. I'm actually going to make that my next video, where I talk about the importance of money management, because once you have learned the skill of interpreting the market, now you have to know when to stay out of the market. And you can only know that by applying that skill. When you apply that skill where you're able to interpret what the market is doing and how it's moving, now it's up to you to determine whether or not you should be in the market at all. And here comes your patience and your discipline skills, because now you have to be patient enough to wait for the market to present the environment that you're looking for, one, and you have to be disciplined enough to not do anything until that environment has been presented to you. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's why those skills are the skill that you're learning. It's not just about learning how to interpret the market. It's not just about reading the market and understanding it. That is a very important part of it. It's an integral part of it, absolutely. But your personal level of patience and discipline is even more so important, because you have to know how to execute. And your execution is only going to come from your discipline. It's only going to come from the habits that you have created for yourself. Patience, discipline, not deviating away from what you're being trained to do. Very powerful stuff. It's so powerful that you have to be careful with it. Because the same way that the market can work for you, the market can work against you if you have not developed the necessary level of patience and discipline in order to stay in tune and in sync with the market and remain on the positive side of the results from the market, which is the profitable side. Otherwise, it's very easy for you to lose. Very easy. Just taking an extra trade puts you in position to lose many times. Taking an extra trade after you already won your trade for that day or for that time during that right environment in the market. You may have taken your trade, won the trade. It was a textbook, beautiful trade. You feel the urge to trade more because you feel like the environment is appropriate for you to do so. And it very well may be. Is it wise? In my opinion, it's not wise, because if you limit the number of trades that you take, if you limit how often you trade, if you limit how frequently you're in the market, you're going to increase the probability of remaining 100% profitable in the market. That's how you increase your potential to do that. It's like, do you always want to win when you trade? Ask yourself that question. Do you want to learn this skill to the point where you always put yourself in position to win all of your trades? That would mean taking less trades. That would mean, if need be, not trading at all during a day. There are going to be days that come where you're not going to take any trades. And depending on what your mindset is, if you are of the mindset that I'm speaking of, you'll feel great on those days when you don't trade, because you will know that the environment was not what you needed it to be in order for your trade to come to you with ease. You see how powerful that is? That's amazing. It really is. It really is amazing. And this is why personally I'm consistent. This is why my students, as they're coming along through the training, they're being consistent, they're winning consistently, and they're staying out of the market with a high level of consistency because they know why they're not trading. They're remaining out of the market, out of environments that are not conducive to what it is that we need in order for us to win. Like, we're here to just win trades. We're not here to take trades. And there's a very, very significant difference between those two things. So it's important that you understand what the differences are. All right. So once again, I hope that this content proves to be valuable for you guys. Those of you interested in training with us, you'll see the links underneath this video in the description box. You'll see the link to sign up for training. For more information, there's a website under there also that you can visit. Definitely check out more of the content on the YouTube channel. The educational series playlist is also underneath the video. The link for that is under there. Other than that, you know, take advantage of this information that I'm giving you basically for free through the education series, even before you train with us, because it's going to prep you and prepare you in advance for what you'll need once you come into training in order to get that immediate start out the gate on the right path and moving strong. So you definitely want to take advantage of this content. All right. So once again, I hope the content has been valuable. If you have an Ask Mark Anything question, if you just have a question in general, you can shoot me an email. You can send me a text message. You can reply on the video. You can hit me up on Facebook, send me a friend request. Let me know that you want to get into training or you have a question or whatever it is. All right. You have an Ask Mark Anything question. Be specific and let me know that that's what it is so that I'll create the content for Ask Mark Anything. Okay. And aside from that, 914-979-2317. You can send me a text message at that number, and all the links for getting into training and the videos and the playlist and everything, all my social media stuff underneath the video in the description box. All right. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance, another educational piece of content. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you soon in training. All right. Yeah. Take care. See you in the next video. Oh, check out the 1-a-day challenge also. By now it's probably past day 3 or day 4 of that content that I'm putting out. All right. Keep up with that. Putting out those videos like every other day, switching it up. I throw out an educational video, then a 1-a-day video, and I just keep going back and forth like that. All right. A lot of content coming, like an obnoxious amount of content still on the way. All right. So you guys stay tuned. I'll talk to you soon. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. Deuces.